like 49, like something like, and
Something crazy.
I forget how many threes he hit, but I think he hit like 7 out of 10 threes or 8 out of 10, something crazy. Him and Curry just OD. But they can continue. They could, but it's going to haunt them.
I think you're right. I do think I think in this NBA you need they could they're gonna be able to score with the best of them, but when it comes directly down to it, in the playoffs, that's not gonna work that well. Do you see them making another deal to bring somebody in from the outside to anchor that defense? Because obviously you can't let it continue like this. They can't continue to be 28th in the NBA in defense and think that they're going to win a championship this way.
Facts.
Do you see them making a move? And what kind of reason? I mean, it's got to be a reasonable move because they have no cap space.
Nah. It's basically, it's going to be a straight up. It's got to be a straight up deal. And as in straight up, like either the salaries have to match up or they have to work something underneath the table where they compensate for the contract and somehow they work it out. They be doing shit behind the scenes and just be like, oh yeah, we did this, that, and that, and then that's how it went through. So basically, what I think they need to do is they need to hit Cleveland up and they need to get JaVale McGee because his contract's not astronomical. You're missing that. Like JaVale McGee is like he is an older Jared Allen. I think Jared Allen, what he is now is better than younger JaVale McGee. But the same stature, still same body type.
Yeah, I could see where
you know what I'm saying. And JaVale McGee, he knows the game. He's a champion. I think. What's he got? 3? I think he's got 2 with Golden State and 1 with LA.
Yeah, he might have 3.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it works out. KD knows JaVale. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole league knows JaVale.
That's true. I can see that. I can see that being a good move for them. But they're gonna need to get it together. They're not gonna be able to sustain this for too much longer if they do not get somebody to anchor this defense. And I mean, listen, at the end of the day, those 3 dudes, I mean, as much as we want to say that they need somebody to anchor the defense, those 3 dudes should be playing defense. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have to get somebody else to basically, I think when we say anchor the defense, somebody that anchors the defense means somebody that that is part of the defense that's being played. Something, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to explain, but
I don't like when you're on the court, someone who's just going to facilitate, like who sees everything,
right? Right. So like not you know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like these 3 dudes, Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. I mean, you guys been in the league for long enough. You guys should know. Defense is going to be important for you to get to where you need to go. Sure. So I feel like as much as we try to say, we try to give them say that they need somebody to anchor the defense, they need to play defense.
That's a fact. And you know what? I'm going to put this responsibility on James Harden because when the Nets played Clippers and the Clippers came into town, they came to Brooklyn, and in the final, I forget how many minutes was left. I think it was maybe 2 minutes left, and Nets were up by 4, and James Harden was guarding Kawhi, and Kawhi was trying to post him up. When Kawhi gives that little smirk, nigga, you trying to that little smirk. James Harden didn't let up, and he locked them up on two different transitions, and I was like, where has that James Harden been? Yes, he's on a new team. Yes, he's lost the weight. All right, cool. We need that more consistently. I don't trust Kyrie to play defense, and I don't want to put that on Kevin because at the same time, Kevin needs to more focus on his offensive game than defensive game because he's just came back from an injury. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying? Even though the dude's 7 feet, but he's in a position, he's playing a 4. So whoever he's guarding, You know what I'm saying? It's not too much. He's pretty much playing off ball. He's playing help
Right,
defense.
right.
But like KD, I'm not KD, excuse me, Harden. Like put that on because you already know he's not taking the offensive lead that he used to have. You know what I'm saying?
And that's we knew that he was gonna have to do that coming into playing on this team. So that's definitely a move that that he's made, that he's more back to the facilitating part of his game, I think, as opposed to the scoring over here.
I mean, if you look at it too, because we only have Houston to bank off of, he was facilitating and scoring and rebounding out there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
So like I feel like he's taking on a role, which is cool because I think it works for him. Like I like this James Harden. I like this James Harden. Like I like seeing 10 rebounds, 14 assists, 20 buckets. You know what I'm saying? I like that James Harden. It's not to take away from Houston James Harden, who was just snapping and ISO ball 18, handling the rock for 18 seconds in the shot clock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like that James Harden too. Did it work? Sometimes here and there. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't work enough.
Yeah.
So,
but you know what I'm saying? But that's because in Houston, I feel like CP3 kind of did him a justice by not being healthy. Now, that can go here or there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But also, I feel like Kyrie doesn't take command of the ball. So therefore, Kyrie should be the facilitator.
He should, but he's not. He's Kyrie's not. More Kyrie's a scorer at heart. You know what I mean? So
you could be a scorer at heart, but like at the same time, you can't. You're gonna score. You're gonna be worrying about what flavor of sage you're gonna burn around the court, the arena. Like what we doing here? You feel me? Like come on,
woke. But yes, there's not enough sage to help the Nets defense right now.
It really isn't.
The Nets defense stinks. And they gotta do better. Moving on to the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz have the best record in the NBA right now. They just recently, I was literally just watching the game. What did they play?
Well, they're playing Milwaukee tonight.
Yeah, but I had a parlay on. No, it was like a night, maybe like 2 nights ago. I had a parlay on that game too.
Did they play Dallas?
I don't remember, all right. But Donovan Mitchell's been playing been playing at an all-star level. Rudy Gobert's been rebounding the ball. They have a pretty good team.
Yeah, I'm thinking Shaq because of that.
But in the grand scheme of things, are they a contender?
No.
Why do you say that?
I say that because I just don't think they have that, that postseason game or that post player who just turns on. Like I hate to use him as an example, but I have to because he's the king. So
you can use him.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a dude. If we, you know what I'm saying? If we just want to just bring it back to his last year in Cleveland, where his surrounding teammates were, I wouldn't even call them subpar. You know what I mean? I'm not.
That's terrible.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But the man decided to just sweep every team that he played. You feel me? Like he just turned it on. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, you remember the lights, the from the clap on. You feel me?
Yeah.
They don't have that. They don't have that, and you need that.
What's their record right now?
They're 20-5.
25. Wow.
And they're top of the Western Conference. They have they have 6 players averaging over 10 points. You know what I'm saying? And as I said earlier, I think Shaq really lit a spark underneath Donovan Mitchell in an earlier
Oh yeah, with
you know what I'm
the
saying?
little interview thing or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
because hey, I don't know how true it is, but this is what I'm banking on. This is what I see.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because he's killing.
No, he is hooping.
He's hooping.
The Utah Jazz are a pretty good team. I've watched I think like 2 or 3 games they played this year.
Mhm.
They look impressive. But I don't trust them to to come out of the West. Are they the second best team in the West? Even even though their record says they're the best team in the West, I still think they're the second best team in the West. Do you think they're the second best team in the NBA? They have the
In the
best record in the
NBA?
NBA. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best record in the NBA. Do I think they're the second best team in the NBA?
Mm-hmm. Even though they have the best record in the NBA, because I think that I don't think they're the best team in the NBA. The record's the
Yeah.
record, right? The eye test doesn't tell me that they're going to make the noise that a 20-5 team at this point in time would be projected to make when they get to the playoffs.
And to be fair, just cut you off, my fault.
No, go ahead.
The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last 5 games that they played, their last loss was against Denver, which was January 31st. The teams that they played up until today, which is Milwaukee, they played Detroit Pistons, the Atlanta Hawks, I was about to call them Charlotte Bobcats, Charlotte Hornets, Indiana Pacers, and the Boston Celtics.
Those are good teams, though.
Well, okay, Detroit, no.
Not Detroit.
Yeah.
Indiana.
I'm giving Indiana, Charlotte, and
Boston.
Atlanta.
Boston's
up and coming.
Boston's kind of trash.
Yeah, I'm giving Boston trash.
What's going on with Boston?
I think they don't know. I think we thought it was going to be Tatum's team. I think it's Jaylen Brown's team. That's what I think. And Jaylen Brown's hurt right now. I think it's Jaylen Brown's team.
I think it's still both of their teams. Unpopular opinion, I don't think Kemba Walker fits.
I don't know what Kemba Walker's doing. I don't know
what he's doing.
I don't know.
I don't think he really fits.
I don't even know why he went to Boston.
I don't really know. He doesn't really fit like what they he doesn't. I don't know. I just don't see him fit. You know what I see him as?
Who?
Like he's like Kyrie Irving. Like not in the sense of, skill set or whatever.
Yeah, I get what
their skill sets are kind of similar anyway, but I'm just talking about in the means of how he fits with the Celtics. I mean, like he doesn't really do much of anything different than Kyrie was doing.
I totally agree with you.
So I don't, you know what I'm saying? So
I totally agree.
I don't see how he makes them any better. And I love Kemba Walker. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think. I think schemes fits and schemes and chemistry is a big part of basketball, and I feel like people don't I think underestimate that at times. And I don't think that I think Kemba Walker looks lost sometimes when he's playing with those cats. He doesn't know where to, he doesn't know where to go, doesn't know where to get a shot. But I do. I mean, I don't think it's I don't think it's not fixable. I just don't know. You already kind of gave him the contract, right? So
yeah, I mean, yeah.
So you kind of got to figure that out. But I mean, listen. The NBA this year is interesting.
Very.
When it comes playoff time, I feel it's gonna be when it comes playoff time, we'll know for sure who the contenders and the pretenders are. By the time the playoffs roll around, in this shortened season.
That's a fact. March 3rd.
But yeah, that's really all I got on that. I want to get your thoughts on the All-Star game too. Now that we're talking about this stuff,
are we having an All-Star game?
Apparently, there will be an All-Star game in Atlanta in the ATL.
A-Town shouted.
A-Town shouted.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently that's gonna happen.
Stashing out a trash can.
So
Yo, okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey,
in the pandemic. I mean, listen.
Yeah, I mean, and y'all know Atlanta hot.
Oh, it's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Woo, child.
But
okay. I don't think we need an all-star game.
That's what I was saying.
We don't need it.
Not this year. Not this year. I feel like they could have set that one out.
You know, and we definitely don't need it in fucking Atlanta. Like that's a money grab to me.
Yeah, it's you know, I think it's I mean, everybody, a lot of players are talking about that too. It's you know, it looks like more of a money thing. Which, you know, and you can listen, I understand both sides of the coin, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my God, like, you know, it's a fucking $1 billion business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta work.
You know, but I don't know. I just feel like they could have probably skipped that this year.
Yeah, they could have definitely skipped it. Don't be mad when niggas opt out, bro, and be like, nah, I'm good. Especially with the shit y'all pull with KD. Like, y'all not.
Yeah, that was just weird.
It's very weird. And now,
weird.
And now, like I said, Atlanta's hot and they still hot. Yo, I think just as of recently, like they had like a crazy amount of people pass away, like in a day. Like it was like in the hundreds, and that was worse than last year. So you gonna have these players? Nah, they not. They more woke than what you think. Like you can't bargain them with a check, bro. You can't. So it might not be no team LeBron, team Giannis, or whatever. Might be like
they'll do it. They'll probably do it for the fans or whatever when it all comes down to it or whatever. But they gonna get it. They gonna have to get a check.
You think
know
so
what I'm saying?
For the fans?
No, but they're gonna have to get a check though. They gonna get it. They gonna get a check though. They gonna have to get a check. They gonna do it for a check. Trust me.
Brian, when that tequila coming out?
Word. I get some of that. We gonna get up out of here, man. All
right.
We're gonna
inbound, out of
finish
bounds.
the show. Yeah, no, matter of fact, yeah, let's finish up. We're gonna finish up with the inbounds and out of bounds. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Let me set that up real quick. We're gonna get up out of here on that. We're gonna do inbounds, out of bounds. What inbounds, out of bounds is, if you don't know, inbounds, out of bounds is just a couple questions. We're trying to predict the future. We're gonna ask a couple questions. I'm gonna ask questions to my partner here. He's gonna ask questions to me. We're gonna try to predict the future and see if it's inbounds, it's most likely to happen. If it's out of bounds, it's not likely to happen. Cue the music. All right. Yeah, inbounds, out of bounds. I only got 2 for you today.
All right. I got well, I technically have 4. I always put like a little sleeper in there. So
all right.
So you want to go first?
Yeah, let me go first. Let me go first. All right, so there's been some trade talks recently in the NBA regarding Bradley Beal, free Bradley Beal, and possibly the New York Knicks. So Bradley Beal will end up on the Knicks before the trade deadline. Inbounds or out of bounds?
Out of bounds.
Why do you think that's out of bounds?
Because, quote unquote, the Knicks think they are ready to win now. And they are going to have to give up one of their focal points in their game, which is why they, quote unquote, are successful in order to acquire Bradley Beal. And it's just not going to work out if he's gone. That's Julius Randle.
That's true. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right, you go.
All right. Inbounds or out of bounds? Usman will fall to Burns this Saturday.
Damn, put me on the spot.
Yeah.
Shit. If you don't know, UFC 2, what is it? 250, 2 something. What is
253?
I don't know. Whatever. UFC this weekend. Karama Usman.
258.
Karama Usman. Gilbert Burns.
Yes.
That's gonna be a fight. Fuck.
Nigeria against Brazil.
I say that's out of bounds, man.
Okay.
Karama Usman is gonna retain.
Nightmare.
Yeah, Nigerian Nightmare gonna retain that championship.
Oh, he still got it
against Gilbert Burns.
Nowhere.
That's out of bounds. Goddamn. All right. We just had Super Bowl. We just had the Super Bowl. We just saw Satan Tom win his 7th championship ring. But we also saw who many people considered one of the greatest quarterbacks physically to play the game right now, Patrick Mahomes. Now, he's young. He will be back. But Kansas City and the Chiefs will be back in the Super Bowl next year. Inbounds or out of bounds?
Inbounds. I do not see any AFC team challenging Kansas City. They're going to come back healthier. So with that, and you already know how they talk to each other on the sideline. Like, people seen those clips. If you haven't seen those clips, do your research. Them niggas be like, yo, the pep talk they gave McCole Hardman after that fucking fumble. Yeah. My nigga, you know, like, come on. I can only imagine in the locker room. So, that's inbounds.
That's inbounds. All right. Inbounds. Go.
All right. Inbounds or out of bounds? Dak won't be a Cowboy next season.
Damn, I want to listen. Dak. Yo, holla at me. Rocco Bennington Sports Agency. All right. I want to say it's out of bounds, but it's good. But that's inbounds. All right. Yeah. Dak Prescott will be a Dallas Cowboy next year because he's gonna take that franchise tag bread.
Yeah.
And then he's not gonna sign after that, right, Dak? Give about 10% when you don't do that. All right. Fucking sign a contract with Jerry Jones' racist ass, man.
All the nigga ass.
Fuck him. But Dak Prescott will definitely be on the Cowboys next year.
Okay,
for sure.
And I got one last.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. The Knicks will be a playoff seed by March 4th.
What time? It's February 12th?
Yeah.
How many weeks?
Today's the 12th.
Was that like 3 weeks?
Yeah.
What's their record right now?
Oh shit.
And I need that's info I need. I don't know what place they're in. A playoff team? They can't be that far down, right? They have to be like 8th right now, right?
They're 11-15, and the Knicks are 10th. They're one game behind them.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say that's inbounds. Knicks fans, you will be a fucking playoff team in 3 weeks. Now, will you stay a playoff team? I mean, I don't know. That's not my call. That's not the game I'm playing right now. All right. Oh yeah. Before we go, what do you think about that D Rose trade?
I mean, that's Thibodeau's guy. I don't know. I don't know.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I think they needed scoring for sure.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose you don't really lose anything. You know, it's not a big risk to get him.
Yeah.
They gave up Dennis Smith Jr., who was just rotting away on the bench anyway.
Word.
And a 2nd round pick.
That's foul. That's J. Cole, man.
Yeah, it's trash. Yeah. But I think honestly, I think they needed him. For scoring because the Knicks cannot score. Besides, Julius Randle and
Mitchell Robinson off offensive boards.
No, Mitchell Robinson can't score. They can't score.
I tried.
Not consistent scoring. That's basically, somebody that could get you a bucket is what I'm trying to say.
Create.
And create.
Okay.
But yeah, that the Derrick Rose thing was interesting. But yeah, the Knicks gonna be all right, man. Knicks will be all right.
I think so too. I think so too.
All right.
They what the only thing what they have to do is y'all niggas got like 5 point guards.
They got mad point guards.
Like D Rose, Quickly, Austin Rivers, Frank.
Frank don't play, man. I don't give a fuck about no Frank.
Nah, because only niggas know about Frank not being able to move LeBron. Let's not forget about that.
Frank ain't fucking play.
This nigga could not make it to the inbound because he couldn't move LeBron. He was trying to push him, but he wasn't going nowhere.
Listen, we about to get up out of here, man. This is Rocco Mannington. This is Haas. We had some technical difficulties. We gonna get it together. This is Out of Bounds. Reflex Radio.
Yes.
Download the app. Download the app.
Sign up.
Sign up. Download the app. Sign up through the app. Follow us online at Out of Bounds _Reflex.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we'll be here next week. Probably not, but we'll figure it out.
No.
Yeah. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe.
Yes.
Have a great night.
Stay warm.
Put some bets in. Watch some UFC.
Yes.
Smoke some reefer.
No.
And and don't be a dickhead.
Don't.
We out of here.
Yeah.
That's terrible.